In this video, we're going to use a technique that's often used in elementary schools. That is, we're going to use base 10 blocks to model a subtraction problem. So the problem we're going to model is 233 minus 67. And to begin with, 233, you'd write that in expanded form. That is 2 times 100. Plus 3 times 10 plus 3 times 1. And in terms of base 10 blocks, that would be 2 flats and 3 longs and 3 units. So the subtraction, one of the most fundamental ways to think about subtractions is a takeaway. You want to take away, in this case, 67. So what you want to do is you want to take away 6 tens or 6 longs and 7 units from what you have, which is 2 flats, 3 longs, and 3 units. So, as the old saying goes in elementary school, you can't take 7 from 3. You can't take away 7 units from only 3 units. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a trade. And the way you do that, say I'm going to trade one of these longs right here for 10 units. I'm going to trade that for 10 units. And through the magic of technology, there it is. There's the trade. And what I did was I represented that in the tableau, is what people call this, the subtraction notation. So I no longer have 3 longs, I only have 2 longs. I cross out one of the longs, and I add that to the units. So now I have a total of 13 units. Now I can take away 7 units from 13. So I would circle the ones I'm going to take away. There's 7 units. I'm going to take those 7 units away from the 13, and that leaves me with 6 units. So the next step in this process is we need to take away 6 longs from the 2 longs that are remaining. Well, again, you can't take away 6 longs from 2 longs, so we're going to do another trade or exchange. We're going to exchange one of these flats, which is 100 essentially, for 10 longs, or for 10 tens. And so, okay, now what we have, as you see in the tableau, or the subtraction problem, I only have 1 flat left, so I cross out my 2 flats, have 1. I add the 10 longs that I exchanged for the 2, so here's the 10 longs that I exchanged. With the 2 that were remaining, that gives me a total of 12 longs. And from that, I want to take away 6 longs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here are 6 longs. I'm going to take away those 6 longs. By the way, I think it's just so interesting, and this is one of the powers of base 10 blocks, is you can actually model the thinking that goes on in the standard subtraction algorithm. In other words, so kids will understand what it is they're writing rather than just writing stuff. All right. So when I take away those 6 longs from the 12 longs, I'm left with, I'm left with 6 longs and 1 flat. So I've got 1 flat. I've got 6 longs. And I've got 6 units. There's nothing more to take away, so you have 1 long, and that's why they say, you take that 1, you bring it down, because that's what's remaining. You've got 1 flat remaining. So, via base 10 blocks, 233 minus 67 equals 166.